Hey everyone! So, I did it. I finished my second book of the year, so far I'm still on track. And yes, it's only the second book, but who cares? That means I am 2 for 2. Alright, so if you don't already know, my goal is a book a week for the entire year. I've been making this goal for myself and letting myself down year after year after year. This is the year of yes, this is the year of showing up for myself. So I wanted to talk about the second book that I read and give some tips and like my little review. I'm not a book reviewer in any way, but anyway. So last week I read a personal development book, so this week I read a nonfiction book called The Chemist, and yes, I know this is probably backwards for you, it's okay. So The Chemist, again, is nonfiction, it's by Stephanie Meyer. So I'm just gonna tell you, if you liked the Twilight series, if you liked The Host, those are all movies, those are all books, if you like them, you will love this book. I can't even lie, I freaking loved Twilight when it came out, okay? I still have the books. And I think more than anything, it was just the way Stephanie Meyer writes. Like, you are in the story when you read her books. And then, of course, the fact that they come out as movies is pretty cool, too. But The Chemist. Alright, so The Chemist, I'm not going to tell you too much. Basically, it's like a mystery romance novel thing. Mostly mystery. And I'm getting, like, dark and light. I'm sorry, guys. My phone is not focusing right. But it is so good. It is so good. So if you're looking for just I don't know how to explain it other than like just to give your brain a break and to use your imagination and to just have fun reading a mystery novel, The Chemist is absolutely the way to go. Alright, it is absolutely the way to go. I could not stop reading it. I finished it a day early. I give myself 6 days and I finished it a day early because I literally would stay up until like 1 a.m. reading it because I could not stop. Okay, so Stephanie Meyer puts you in this crazy, like basically spy chase situation with this woman who's being chased by the government, and it's not a conspiracy thing. It's not, it's not like crazy. It's just fiction. It's just for fun, but it is just that it is so fun to read. So if you're looking for a good fiction novel, The Chemist, it's pretty big. But all of Stephanie Meyer's books are pretty big, but they're super easy to read because you literally cannot stop flipping through the pages. So anyway, if you want a mystery/romance novel, The Chemist is amazing. Cannot wait to see what Stephanie Meyer comes out with next. But now I want to kind of talk about tips. So like I said, last week I read, for my first week, I read a personal development book. And you can see my video on that if you go back to my YouTube channel or whatever. But I like to, because I'm going for a book a week, I don't see the point in reading a professional development book if you're not going to give yourself time to actually apply what you read. So for me, I'll read the professional development, personal development, whatever you want to call it. I flip them around. That's like my inner teacher, whatever. A growth book, okay? When you read one of those, you need time. You need time to absorb what you read. You need time to maybe look after your notes or plan how you're going to apply it in your life, and then practice actually applying it, because otherwise you wasted your money and you wasted your time. That's just reality, okay? You don't like to give it to you straight, and that's reality. And it's bothering me. I'm so dark, but it's okay. So I like to switch back and forth from that in nonfiction. So when I'm reading like a mystery novel, I'm giving my brain a break. I'm giving myself time to absorb the amazingness that I read last week. I'm giving myself time to be intentional and really think, like, am I applying what the amazing Rachel Hollis told me last week in Girl Wash Your Face? Okay? Am I applying those practices that I wanted to? Am I actually trying? Am I monitoring myself? Because I have come to the realization between podcasts and books and just whatever, personal growth in myself, is that if you want to go anywhere, you need to be so intentional with your life. And I'll talk more about this on Monday, but anyway, so if you want to be intentional, if you actually want to go somewhere in your life, you need to apply the things that you are feeding your soul, right? If you are taking the time to listen to a podcast that motivates you, really dive into it after you listen and think, how am I going to use this tomorrow? How am I going to use this when traffic is awful and my kid is screaming and my dog is pooping all over the house and whatever, there are dishes in the sink and whatever. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to do anything. In those moments, how am I going to apply apply it. And then how am I going to keep applying it even when I feel amazing? Because it's just like anything else. If you only do it when you feel like crap, it's not going to work, or vice versa. So my tip, going back to it, is when you read those amazing personal development books, when you're growing your mind and your heart and your spirit, you need to give yourself time. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself a moment to step back from all of that information you absorbed and apply it. So that's why I do one personal development book and then switch to a fiction book. Okay? I don't know a lot of people that actually do this. A lot of people just read like constant nonfiction, but I just am really working on forcing myself out of my comfort zone, forcing myself to call myself out, forcing myself to hold myself accountable, forcing myself to be intentional. And that means actually applying what I'm reading, right? That means actually thinking and taking time. So anyway, this is an amazing book, The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. Yes, you recognize her name because she's written so many amazing books that turned into so many incredible movies. Please go read it. It is awesome sauce. It is not that hard to read, even though it's long. And it's just fun because the whole time you're like in this crazy spy chase experience and you're like, ah! Like it's one of those where you're just like, oh my god, what happened? Wait, what happened? Wait a minute. Let me flip back. I think I recognize that name. And you're like trying to solve this mystery and it's crazy and it's awesome. You use your imagination and I loved it. All right. And then also, again, give yourself some grace. So even I gave myself time to read a nonfiction. I gave my brain a moment. So now next week I'll be reading another personal development book and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to come on here and share it with you. Thank you so much for giving me a part of your day, for holding me accountable to my goal, and I'm more than happy to do the same for you. So if you have a reading goal, let me know. If you're reading some amazing books, let me know, and definitely check out my other videos on Facebook and on my YouTube channel. I'll see you later, guys. Good night.